Well, good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to the Barrington Township Appeal Workshop. My name is Teresa Chandler. I am the Community Outreach Strategist for the Cook County Assessor's Office. I have some great news for you, and I have some very special people with me here tonight. I have Commissioner Kevin Morrison, also the Cook County Assessor Fritz Kagi. As Mark Twain once quoted and said, "The secret of getting ahead is getting started." So, with that being said, Commissioner Morrison, let's get started.
Thank you so much, Teresa, and thank you to Assessor Kagi and all of his team for providing these services for our townships. And hello to everyone out in Barrington Township tuning in today. Hopefully you all get some really good information. I'm Commissioner Kevin Morrison. I represent all of Barrington Township on the Cook County Board. My office is always available, so please reach out if there's any way that we can be of service. I know it's a priority of mine and the assessors that nobody pays a penny more in property tax than what is owed. And so hopefully today's discussion will be helpful to all of you in this process, and I'm wishing you all well. And again, please reach out to my office. We're always happy to help. Thank you.
And hey, thank you, Commissioner Morrison, and thank you, Teresa. And thank you, everyone, for joining us here tonight. We know you have many things to do on a beautiful summer evening like we have here. We have some really useful information for you, and Teresa is a wonderful expert on giving you the information that you need to do exactly what Commissioner Morrison said, to make sure that you're getting the assessment that is not more than what your home is worth, and also making sure that you have other benefits like exemptions in place. And Teresa will be able to talk to you about both of those things here tonight. And we'll give you a little bit more knowledge that will hopefully prove that this was an evening that was worthwhile for you. Commissioner Morrison has been a really great partner for you and for this office by being a great advocate in terms of technology, in terms of access, in terms of making sure that the system works for you. So we're really glad that he helped us facilitate this event tonight. I'm going to give you just a little bit of information before handing it off to Teresa. So Teresa, how about you start up the slides, and then I'll give folks some information here. This is about Barrington Township, where we just sent out assessments. The appeal deadline is August 8th, as we'll repeat several times here tonight, so a little bit less than a week from now. And why do we do assessments? It's to estimate the value of your home so we can divide up property taxes fairly amongst all the people in your community. That's why we do assessments. And we use market values so that there's a standard for fairness for everyone, so that the market value of your property, your neighbor's property, and other commercial properties in your community, that helps us divvy up the amount of property tax that has to be paid. That's called a levy in your community. It's kind of like we're all dividing up the dinner bill at the end of an evening out for dinner, and the basis for dividing it up is each person's share of assessed value in your community. And that's what our office is. We assess 1/3 of the county every year, and this is the year that we're reassessing the north suburbs. And the other thing to know is that as we do this, a change in your what we do besides estimating the value of your home is also making sure that that you're getting all the exemptions you deserve. Exemptions are kind of like savings off of the estimated value of your home. And just a reminder that we're here to estimate the value of properties. We don't set the taxes or the levies or the rates for your community. That's done by your taxing bodies, which are schools, your village, and others. So we can go to the next slide here. Here's sort of the basic information that we used in coming up with the estimated values for homes in your community. As you can see over on the left-hand side, you can see that housing values have risen in the last couple of years. This has been true in many different communities all over Cook County. The effect of the COVID pandemic has been to increase the value of people's homes. We saw the average transaction value for a home in your community was about $636,000 last year, and that is on about 5,000 homes in your community. You can also see, here's some more information here on condos. Now, this information is a little bit more noisy because you have different kinds of condos being sold in the community. There are many fewer condo homes, a little less than 500 in your community. The average sale price around $500,000, we estimate. And then over on the right-hand side, you can see multifamily. There are even fewer of these homes, only 50 homes in the 2 to 6 flat level. One thing to know is that when we're estimating the value of your home, we look at sales trends over the last 5 years, and we look at many different factors that we try to think about homes the way the market thinks about it. So school districts, location nearby, public transportation, any other things that the market seems to think are important in setting the value for homes in your community. So we can go to the next slide. Here's a little bit more information about the assessments that we've just sent out. So for the median single family sale price in 2021 was $775,000. And we estimate the average median value of a home in your community was a little bit less than that, $770,000. Of course, there are many different kinds of homes in your community. There were only 36 different sales, so that's why sales that occurred can be a little bit different. And this is just in this neighborhood, by the way, what we see on the right. You can get lots of information on our website by going to by looking for your neighborhood code and seeing what's going on in your neighborhood. So the information here, just to be clear, is just one neighborhood of Barrington. You can see the sales that took place. You can see the other kinds of homes in your community, the range. And this is all sort of giving you information about what is going on in the areas right around where I own my home. And you can do this for many others. We know lots of folks are very curious about this, especially if you're doing your appeal. Well, Teresa will tell you more about how you can come up for other homes like yours in your community in constructing your appeal. You can see the recent sales here too. So we can go to the next slide. This is just a reminder that we reassess 1/3 of the county every year. We're doing the north suburbs each year, so that's why we've just sent out the assessments for Barrington. And it's also a reminder that a change in your assessment does not necessarily involve the same change in your property taxes. If everyone's value increases by a certain amount and yours increases by the same amount, in fact, your tax bill might not change much at all. This is a tendency we've seen over the last several years where assessments have gone up, but bills have been pretty much flat in a lot of Cook County, and many people have seen reductions. With this, what I just want to remind you is that once we send out the assessment notice, you have 30 days to appeal it. And so the deadline coming up again is August 8th. Without any further ado, I want to hand off things to, we have one more slide here and then we'll hand it off to Teresa. So if we could go to the next slide.
And I'll take over.
There we go. Reminder that our job here is to estimate the value of everyone's home. We don't set the level of taxes or the rates. We're just trying to make sure that you're not paying any greater share of the burden in your community by making sure that your assessment is right and by making sure that everyone else's assessment is right too. We try to get this right the first time, but you are the expert on your home. You know more about your home than we do, and that's one of the most important reasons why we have the appeals process, so you can set us straight on aspects of your home that we might not know when we set the assessment. So with that, I'm going to hand it off to Teresa, and she can give you more information on the nuts and bolts on how to do an appeal and how to make sure you get all the exemptions you deserve. Teresa?
Well, thank you so much, Assessor KD. So before I get started, I want to say, please share this presentation. Please call everyone that you know and just tell them, hey, log in. We have some valuable information. Also, if you have any questions, please drop them in the comments section. We have a team that's working with us. It's just not the assessor and I, of course, we couldn't do it by ourselves. But we have a team, a communications team that's working behind the scene. Also, my director, Angelina Romero, who does a fantastic job. She's also working behind the scene as well. So if you have any questions, please drop them now in the comments section and they will get answered. Okay. Now I want to say a few things though to the assessor. After the assessor Fritz Kagi took office in 2018, he made a commitment. That commitment was to deliver fair, accurate, and transparent assessments. Now, how do I know that? How? Well, and I knew that you would ask, because he's producing, and our office has produced valuation reports that contain data assessments, studies, and all information that is needed for the taxpayers, okay? And updated information for you, okay? To have, so that you have the right to file your appeal and for accurate data. This year, it's the North. It's being reassessed. And as each town is completed, your valuation report will be posted, okay? Now, let's talk about the reassessment and the appeal process. Once you will receive a assessment notice. If you disagree with your estimated market value, you can file an appeal. But you must supply a reason. Next, our analysts will review the evidence to determine whether to change your property assessed value and how much. Our analysts will make a decision about your appeal, whether to decrease you or no change you to the original assessed value. Now, this is about the appeal process once you receive that reassessment notice, okay? Now, a good rule of thumb is that if your property characteristics on your notice are correct and the estimated market value is within 10% of what you think your home is worth, then it's unlikely that an appeal would change your property assessed value enough to affect your property tax bill. Okay? So that's a good rule of thumb for you to follow. Now, everyone in the Northern Tri, remember, there's 3 tris, okay? And there are 38 townships. So everyone in the Northern Tri will receive a reassessment notice. It's very important once you receive your reassessment notice that you pay attention to the estimated fair market value. This value has been placed on your home. And you may have seen your property value rise a little bit, but there's a lot of changes. There's a lot of sales and things going on. So please pay attention to your estimated fair market value. All right. Also, with your fair market value on this reassessment notice, you have your property index number, which is commonly known as your PIN. I know I'm looking over here. That's because, my system's over here and my computer's over here. So is your property index number. Also on your reassessment notice, you have your neighborhood code and your property characteristics. Now, if your property characteristics are incorrect, or if the estimated fair market value is significantly more than what you believe you can sell your house for, then you may consider filing an appeal. All right. So you can check out our Barrington valuation report to understand the assessments in your neighborhood. The assessment, once you file an appeal and you say you win the appeal, there's a decrease. That assessed value will be reflected on your second installment property tax bill in 2023, not this year's second installment tax bill, of course, because you're filing this year. So it will be shown on your second installment bill of next year. Also, on your reassessment notice, your residential assessment notice, you will have your 2022 assessment value, your 2021, and your 2020, which is your last 3 years. You are in your reassessment period. Everyone that's in the Northern Tri, and that includes you, Barrington. Now, what are the common reasons why individual taxpayers may file an appeal? The first one is lack of uniformity. The second one is overvaluation. The third is incorrect property description error. And I'm going to explain that a little bit down the presentation a little bit as we go along. Okay. But these are three common reasons why a taxpayer may file an appeal. So here we have a second installment property tax bill. The reason why I'm highlighting this because as the assessor stated, we want to make sure that you receive your exemptions on your home. And also, this is where your all of your deductions will come on your second installment bill. And I generally say a blue tax bill is for the winter time and yellow is for the summertime. So that's how I look at it, you know. But you want to pay attention to your second installment bill because this is where everything happens, okay? All of your assessed value reductions, your changes, your exemptions, your homeowners, your senior freeze, your persons with disability exemptions, everything is shown on your second installment tax bill, okay? Now, in our office, you can file your online appeal for free. Did I say for free? For free. You don't need an attorney. And it's easy, okay? And I'm going to walk you through a couple of steps. I won't give you step by step on how to file an appeal. However, it's very simple to file an online appeal. Our office has made it so convenient that you can file an appeal from your laptop, your iPhone, just your computer, you know, in the comfort of your own home while you're sitting eating dinner. And a matter of fact, you know, even if your friends haven't filed, you can even assist them in filing because we have all the tools on our website to assist you in all the data. The data is there so that you can see through your evaluation report and your neighborhood code where the median of your home is, okay? So without further ado, let me just start about the online appeals. Your online appeal system starts with this. You're going to need your email address. That's number one. You need an email address before you start filing an online appeal. You can start it, you can draft it, you can save it, you can revise it, and also you can complete it and submit it in the comfort of your own home. You can provide supporting documentation. And again, it's free. Barrington Township is open to August 8th to file an appeal online. And if you believe that you're having some type of issues filing an appeal online with some complications, you can always come to one of our offices and file your appeal in the office and they'll be able to assist you, okay? But the tip of the day, this is a heavy tip of the day, is that we have a new tool within the online appeal which allow users to find and include comparable properties in their application. Now, this is very key because if you submit your appeal, you must include comparable properties in your application. That's the tip of the day. We have that new tool. You see that wheel? Make sure that you include comparable properties in your application, okay? And all of our requirements are on our website. So before you file, please read the requirements and the rules because they do change, all right? Now, as I stated, I won't go over every section of how to file an appeal. I'm just going to go over it briefly. And just to get you acclimated of how our website appears when you file your appeal on DocuSign. So on our online appeal processing system. So make sure you have your property index number handy, okay? And if not, you can always go to our website and find it, okay? So definitely you want your property index number and you want to provide your street and your city and zip code and your classification if you have it. If not, it'll populate, okay? And then you say next. Hit the button right here that says next. So once you put in your primary PIN number, that PIN number will automatically populate and it will be shown on the next screen. And so all you have to do is hit next. As I said, it's very user friendly. It's easy to file an appeal and it's free. So here, if you have additional PIN numbers, your house sits on 2 lots and you receive 2 property tax bills, that means you have 2 PIN numbers. And if you really want to verify it, you can always look at your deed, okay? You can look at your deed of your closing. You can go online and see if you have it on our website to see if you have two subject property index numbers. And so you definitely want to add it to your appeal, okay? And this is the page that you add your additional PIN numbers on, all right? And then after that, you just click next, of course. And here, if you are a taxpayer, which I'm sure after I said it's free, you won't allow a tax attorney to file for you, you would just hit the drop-down box that says taxpayer and owner, and you would hit next. But if you are an attorney or a tax representative, definitely you'll hit the link that's appropriate for you. Okay, so hit next. Now, once you do that, hit the taxpayer owner. Of course, it will populate here on the next screen. But in this section here, in the middle section, you have to say taxpayer owner again because you are the taxpayer owner. And I know it feels good right now when I said you can do this yourself, and you see how easy it is for you to follow. It's so simple, all right? So then you will put in your name, James, okay, or whatever, James Cupcake, whatever your name is, James Doe, whatever, Patrick John. Put your name in, your address, city, zip, your phone number, and mainly your email address, and hit next. Okay. Now we have your property characteristics screen. The property characteristics screen tells us that about your home, and only you know your home. Only you know that it's 1 story. You know it's 2 story. It has 1,800 square feet. It has 2 bathrooms. So there are things on here that may need change, and there may not need changes. So if it does need changing, please change it on the property characteristics while you're filing your appeal, okay? If you have a fireplace, make those changes there because this is actually done only through the appeal process, okay? If you live in a unit, if you live in a 2 unit or a 3 unit or 4 unit or 5 unit, please check the appropriate boxes, okay? If you have central air, which we need it today, definitely please check that central air, okay? Now, what we have here is the appeal application, and most of the information will populate from the previous screen here, okay? So it's just populated over your current tax year, your property classification, your property description area of your property. But one thing you must do here on this portion of it, on the appeal application, is check the reason why you're filing an appeal. Is it lack of uniformity, property description error, overvaluation? That's probably some of you. Building is uninhabitable. Okay, you cannot live in it. Is it vacant and unoccupied? Does it no longer exist? Is there fire damage, or is there something else that you need to explain to us? Let us know. We want to know. You know your property better than anyone else. Okay. Now, your nature of appeal. Now let's go ahead. At the very bottom, you're going to say how's your subject is used. Is it a single family? Is it a 6 apartment or less? Is it a mixed use? Is it a townhome? Please check the appropriate box. Okay. So I'm just basically going over just small portions of it because it's very simple to follow and it's very easy for you to fill out. And you just hit the next button. So, as I stated, what are some of the reasons for the appeal? And remember, there are 3 common ones. Lack of uniformity. Is your assessed value of your property in line with other comparable properties? That's the lack of uniformity. Explain overvaluation a little bit that you may need. Some of the things that you may need is that you're going to need some supporting documents, such as your closing statements or purchase price of your home that's similar to your home. And also maybe an appraisal. Is it vacant? Can you provide pictures? Proof of utilities? Request a field check. Okay. And so if you're going to request a field check, please check the button where it says field check requested. Now, as a commitment to the data integrity, the assessor's office has field inspector reviews and we update our property characteristics. So our inspectors come out based on what you said that that we need to research or to look at. Okay. So once we come out, the field inspector will not call you or email you or inform you that they're coming. They will come out and inspect your property. If you say your building square footage is 1,200 square feet and we have you down as 1,800 square feet, or your house is frame and we have you as brick and stucco, they will definitely come out if you check the box field check. However, we will not come into your home and do not allow anyone from stating that they're from the Cook County Assessor's Office saying they need to come into your home. And they also definitely most have an ID that said they're from the Cook County Assessor's Office. And if you have any questions about it, you can always give our office a call upon their arrival. Now, these are some of the things when you're filing your appeal. These are called attachments. So you can attach your age affidavit. This is just optional. You know, if we say your house is 25 and it's actually 10, that's a big discrepancy. Or if you want to appeal narrative, you want to give us some insight about your home that we don't know anything about, and you want to attach appeal narrative, you very well can. Okay. As I said, you know your house better than we do. All right. If you have an appraisal, it's optional, but it may be applicable to you. So you can also attach that as well. And also just remember the bite size on everything. And you can see that we have put that there so that you'll know how much that you can attach when you're attaching. And also, we also have the attorney authorization form. And I'm sure many of you probably won't need it, but if you are an attorney or an attorney and you're filing, you're going to need the attorney authorization form when you're filing on the behalf of a taxpayer. Okay, so these are the attachments that you can use when you're filing an appeal. So we're getting to the very end. And so what we have here is that you're going to put in your information where it says your name. We see this little red circle here, this little flower here, and your phone number. Okay, so your email address is already populated to this site because we're about to actually close out. And remember, I said once you file an appeal, once you begin your appeal, you can save it. Okay, you can save your draft. You don't have to complete it. All right. So you definitely need your name and your phone number. And once you put that in, you hit submit. And once you hit submit, there it is, Miss Ventress. Okay, and her phone number is 123-456-7890. And now, are we actually done in submitting our appeal? I'm sure we are. Okay, and we will hit submit because we know that everything is okay. Now, are you sure you want to submit? Yes, I'm sure. Click your confirmation. There it is. Voila. It's just that simple to file an appeal. And you will receive a filing ID number once you have successfully submitted your appeal. And later, you will receive something in the mail if your appeal was successful, or there will be a no change in the mail and not an email. Okay. All right. So let me just talk about a little bit about property tax savings exemptions. There are 8 of them. Okay. And I won't give you all because they're on our website. Everything is on our website. Everything. We have so much valuable information. And so the most common exemptions we have are the homeowners, the senior freeze, person with disability, veteran, returning veterans. We have veteran with disability exemptions. So these are our common ones. And many of them auto-renewed this year. Yep, they auto-renewed. So you didn't have to come running downtown to file for your exemptions. The Cook County Assessor's Office, we made it that simple for you to even, some of you just filed online, and many of you, it auto-renewed from last year. Now, how do you know if your exemption is auto-renew? Well, you can check your property exemption history on our website. Not only that, you can check your appeal history. You can also check your assessment history and read about assessments. As the Cook County Assessor Fritz Kagi stated, there are valuation reports. And once your township is closed, you can read about the valuation report in your township. Okay? And you can see your valuation report and look at it based on your neighborhood code. Okay? Before it's closed, I'm sorry. Now, if you are missing exemptions, we can provide you refunds. Now, who doesn't need any refunds right now or need any extra funds? So we can file process up to 3 years. That's 2020, 2019, and 2018. And if you didn't apply this year, you can apply for your exemption this year. Yes, you can receive all that refund money for 18, 19, and 20. Okay? That's if you're missing exemptions. All right? And those are called certificate of errors. And you can apply on our website. I'm telling you, the Cook County Assessor's Office, we're doing some things. All right? We're helping you from the comfort of your own home. Now, we're here to help you, and we want you to contact us, right? At this phone number, even with this QR code. Now, what is QR code? We keep hearing this. We see them at restaurants. It's just quick response. That's what it means. Quick response. That's what we do at the assessor's office. We're real quick at the assessor's office. So you can connect with us on social media. You can make an appointment. But if you have your phone right now, take out your phone. I have like I'm ashamed a little bit, but that's okay. I have a Galaxy 9, right? And so you just slide your phone here, just slide it down, and then you look for your QR code, and you place it over where it says QR code. You hover it over this QR code, and there you receive our link tree. Okay, what is our link tree? It's valuable information about the Cook County Assessor's Office. All the information that the Cook County Assessor's Office and I just shared, and many more. It's phenomenal, okay? So we really thank you. And if you want to make an appointment, I want to say this too. If you want to make an appointment for our office in person, you can go to our downtown office, our Markham Courthouse office, or our Skokie office, and sign up and receive emails and updates from our office. We want to help you, and we want you to help others. So let's get this together, okay? And thank you for attending our workshop. Now, are there any questions? So, Angelina, you may have to.
I'll read them to you.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. My name's Angelina. I'm just helping Teresa out. Okay, so we have Ms. Jennifer Ramirez asking, when will we receive our tax bill, and how do we know if we got the exemption we applied for?
So we don't have an estimated date on when the tax bills are coming out. Actually, the Cook County Assessor's Office, we're not responsible for the property tax bills. The Cook County Treasurer's Office, Maria Pappas' office, they're the responsible for mailing of the tax bills. Now, if you want to find out if your exemptions are on your tax bill, you can look at your second installment, or you can go to our website and type in, if you could, can we get that in there? If someone could drop that in there for her? If she applied for exemption?
Yes. And you know what? I will pull it up, our website.
Okay. Can you do that for me?
Yes. Why isn't it showing up? There we go.
Okay. Thank you.
And one of the first links is exemption, so you can find that too.
Yes.
I do want to say though, Miss Jennifer Ramirez looks so familiar to me, and I want to say I've answered her message in Facebook messages, and I think that you were approved for your exemption. I, for some reason, remember your name.
Wow, Angelina.
So if you could also drop us your PIN, Ms. Ramirez, and we can look it up for you to see if it's been approved. But I think that it has. I just can't remember which exemption it is. Okay, next one. Oh, that's Hector. Answered her. Next question is, okay, Miss Morrow. I live in Hanover Township. Mm-hmm. When is our last day to appeal? Please explain the following. Number 1, what are appeals based on? Number 2, finding comps or something? Number 3, who can help us with an appeal? How do we know whether we should file an appeal? Oh, she probably asked this before you went through the presentation.
Okay, that's fine. So can someone drop in the box when is the last day to file an appeal for Hanover Township?
Yeah, I think that they did. And I did? Yeah. 1 second. I probably have it right here too. Hanover, the last day is August 8th.
August 8th?
Yes.
Okay.
August 8th is the last day for Hanover, so 6 more days.
Yeah. So Appeal is when the taxpayer challenged the accuracy of their fair market value of their home. So that's why many people file an appeal. And the three common reasons is lack of uniformity, overvaluation, and incorrect property description error. So those are the reasons why, based on the value that we've placed on their home, on your home. So just Marsha, just say that if I live maybe 4 blocks away from you, but we have the same home, same everything, as our home is the same, but my assessed value is lower than yours. You definitely will file an appeal based on lack of uniformity. So that's one of the reasons why. And can
Mhm.
we help you file an appeal? Sure. And it's free and it's online. And as I stated, you can also make an appointment in our one of our branch offices, or you can give us a call.
And you can also, I feel like a lot of your questions were answered in the presentation, so you can replay this as well. It'll live on Facebook and YouTube. But yeah, we're here to help. And then I pulled up this screen to help. Let's see, next question. Ms. Marshall wants to know, what is a long time exemption?
That sounds okay. So the long time exemption is an exemption that, well, let me just give you the requirements. Only, I believe, 12,000 people actually qualify for this exemption, which is like 2% possibility. So the long-term exemption requirement is that you must live in your house over 10 years, which possibly maybe you. Your household income, gross income, must be less than $100,000. But your equalized assessed value must have gone up significantly. And I know you're like, well, what's significantly, right? But our office actually mails out applications to individuals that qualify based on their um, the increase over a period of time from 2012 to now during that 10-year span, if the equalized assessed value has gone up during that period. So you will receive an application if you actually qualify for the long time exemption. However, Ms. Marshall, if you think that you qualify and you want to know specifically, just email us. You can email us and we can tell you if you qualify or not. It's just that simple.
Okay, the next question. When does the senior discount apply from 2021?
So the senior discount applies this year on the second installment bill. All exemptions will appear on your second installment bill. That's why it's really important that we pay attention to that second installment bill, because if you receive a decrease in filing your appeal, that next year in 2023, that second installment bill would have it on there. So it's important that you look at your second installment bill, and there should be a dollar amount if you actually qualify for the senior exemption. Okay.
Okay.
In the lower left hand corner where it says tax calculator.
Okay, Sherry from YouTube is asking, I'm interested in buying just bare land. This year, is there any increase on bare land through the tax assessors? Thank you so much. So I think she just means
Vacant land.
Vacant land, yeah.
Yeah. So we don't have that information right here. Is her name Sherry? We
Yes.
don't have that information right here if the vacant land has, but it all depends on what township that vacant land is located in. If it's going through a reassessment process, is the vacant land you're buying in the city, or is the vacant land you're buying in Barrington or Schaumburg or Elk Grove, or even one of our south or western suburbs? Because it all depends how that, when is that township being reassessed. That's the main key here, reassessment period.
Yeah, and I will just quickly, because I also want to test our share screen here.
Okay.
I will show Miss Sherry where, if she knows the address, she can look up the property. You can look up the latest reassessment. You can find out which township, like Teresa said, so you know when the next reassessment is. So this is how our website looks. You go down here. Actually right here. And you won't know the PIN number because you're thinking about purchasing the home, but you can actually search by address. So this is a good tip for prospective homeowners. you can actually enter the address, unit, street name, city, and you can search the property. So you can find out very valuable information about the property that you're interested in purchasing. So I just wanted to share that with you and also test this feature.
That's very nice. Yeah. And Angelina,
Uh-oh, I think I froze. Hello?
so we're still here. We froze for a minute.
Hi, I'm so sorry I froze. Teresa, I still don't see you. Do you see yourself?
I'm here. I'm not lost.
I cannot see your photo. I can't see your screen.
You can't?
Maybe exit and re-enter.
You want me to exit? Okay, gotcha.
And then maybe re-enter. Yeah, I'll answer this one while you're joining us again. We froze.
All right, I'm going out.
Okay. So let's see. Miss Sheila says, there we go. You're back.
Okay.
Okay. So Miss Sheila says, call Connie. Is that going to be applied when our October taxes are being paid? My mortgage rate is going up over $250. I'm a senior this year. It's my first time that I had a homeowner's exemption, but my bill keeps going up. So it really. Oh, go ahead.
No, so I'm just looking at. She said she called Connie. I'm not sure who Connie. Maybe one of the assessors. I know that we do.
No. She said it was supposed to say Cook County.
Oh, Cook County. Okay. Cook County. Is it going to be applied when October taxes are being paid? My mortgage rate is going over $250. I'm a senior this year, and it's my first time paying probably. I have a homeowner's exemption, but my bill keeps going up. So Sheila, we may have to look at your tax rate and see what's causing your increase. That your increase could be coming from your tax rate, or if your value of your home has gone up. So that's what I'm saying. That neighborhood valuation report is very key and vital to the market value of your home.
Yeah, and Sheila, if you want to send us a message with your PIN, we can look into that for you. And she's the one that said, I think in a couple messages before, that she's applying for the senior exemption.
Okay.
So Sheila, if your income is also under 65,000, you may also be eligible for the senior freeze. I know that you mentioned the senior exemption, but we also have the senior freeze. So you may want to look up both of them on our website, the exemptions, to see if you apply for both. But drop us your PIN and we can do a little bit more research.
And your email address, and we'll get back to you as well.
Okay. Oh, Miss Sherry again. Let's see. I'm 64, retired. Is there any way that you can communicate this to the senior centers in Lyons County? Also, thank you. I didn't know this myself.
So she's 64 years old. So next year, to be a senior and receive the exemptions, you must have been born 1956 or prior, right? And so definitely we would love to come out and convey this information, and we can bring all types of informational brochures and pamphlets. And we work as a team. So we would love to come out. As long as it's in Cook County, we're there. We're here to help. If you have a group of people, if you want to go on Zoom, if you want to do on Facebook, if you want to do it in person, yes, definitely. We can come out and host an outreach with you. We would love to. Just let us know.
Yeah, and you can visit our website. There's actually in the contact us, there's an area where you can click outreach request form. So it's to request a member from our outreach team to go out to your organization or community or all that good stuff.
Yeah.
The next one, you got an Teresa. At Teresa Chandler. How do you convert the assessment into the tax amount? Who can help me to compute this number so I know the impact? It's a question.
That is a good question. How do you convert the assessment to the tax amount? And it's actually on your tax bill at the very bottom. It says tax calculator. It's your assessment. I believe you have it, Angelina? Okay.
I pulled up on our website. Yes, it's on the tax bill.
Yeah,
but I also pulled up on the website where she could look too.
Yeah. I think I have a tax bill.
So how it works, if you went under here, you can look at your assessment and tax bill.
Yeah.
If you go down here, this actually, all this information, what everyone's asking, I mean, it's pretty much all on this page, but if you keep going down, this is pretty much the formula. So let me make this bigger.
Yep.
So you could just plug in the numbers here. So it says 2019, but I mean, it would be 2022 for you, your estimated fair market value. So on the right-hand corner of that reassessment notice that you have, and whatever the number is that we have for you, your number in the right-hand corner of your reassessment number notice, you can plug it in here. So if it's 350, you plug it in there. Residential properties, you multiply it by 0.10, which is 10%. Then you get the assessed value and you keep going from there. These are a little bit trickier because the state equalizer changes every year. You could just use this for now if you'd like. I believe last year it was around 3%. So if you just wanted an estimate, you could just use this for now. This is where the exemptions come in. The homeowner is 10,000, the senior is 8,000.
Was the homeowner is 10,000 and the senior is 8,000? Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is what Teresa was talking about, where it does really make a big difference, your tax rate, because each jurisdiction, each municipality in Cook County has a different tax rate. Yeah. For example, the city of Chicago is at a 6-point-something%. But another township or city in Cook County might be at 10%, 15%. So we really do have to look at a past tax bill. And I would just use the tax rate last year. It may change, but if you just want an estimate to see where you would be you can just plug in your tax rate from last year. And again, you can download past tax bills as well. So I hope that answered your question. Go ahead, Teresa.
Yeah, I was going to say those are two variables that we don't have any control over, is your tax rate and the state equalizer. And those are numbers that can actually affect your property tax bill. See, the Cook County Assessor's Office, we're only responsible for putting the fair and accurate value of your home, the assessed value of your home, okay? And also administering tax savings exemptions. That's our responsibility, okay? That's what we do in our office. Like I said, the state equalizer and the tax rate, we have no control over it, okay? And it could impact your property tax bill, okay? Yeah.
And if you want to get a copy of your tax bill and you want to look at the second installment from last year, because that's the one with your exemptions, your tax rate, that's the one you want to take a look at. So you can look at that tax calculator. So you would go to I was just here at the Cook County Treasurer's Office, your tax bill.
You want a PIN number?
Oh, sure. You have them?
Just something off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Let's go with, I don't know if it's going to be a house there or not, but 2018 412. Let's see. Let's say 036. Is that a house? If not, I'll give you another one. 034 maybe.
Ooh. First try. Nice. So let's see, download your tax bill. Oh, where are the past bills?
So it's right there where you see the PDF. If you hit the PDF right there.
That's the first installment though.
Okay. So how about it should be on your left-hand side and it says, yeah, download tax bill right there.
Mm,
So they're making changes. They're probably making changes to their website.
mm,
And so normally you can download like several years of your property tax bill.
okay. You
Yes.
guys can also try it here too. The Cook County portal you can download, or you can see past tax rates as well. So those are two
You know
different.
what, Angelina? What is great? Put this PIN number in so we can show them on this website your tax rate, how you can find the tax rate and where they change at on this. This is very key here.
What, do you have a pin again? I'm sorry. I don't
Let's go with 2018 412 03. Let's say 4. Give them mine.
Ah, that's what you gave me, right?
Yep. Give it to you now.
Oh, what did I do?
You did something wrong, but that's okay. But if you actually go to this website, don't worry about it, Angelina. If you
Okay.
go to this website and you put your PIN number in, you can actually see your history of your exemptions, your tax rate, and things of that nature. Very valuable information this website has. But Cook County Assessor's Office is the best, of course. But yeah.
Okay, let me remove that. Let me see if we have any other questions. I enjoyed this young lady. I'm 64, and as I grew up, I would have called her auntie. She is quite the pistol. Oh, Angelina, Teresa froze, not you.
Did I freeze, Marsha?
I think so.
Oh, wow.
Okay, let's see. Next one. I applied for 4 years of exemptions.
Okay.
I was told that I already received them and have since a year that I don't own my home. Can I get some assistance?
So she applied for 4 years of exemptions and she was told that she received them. If you have not received your certificate of errors, please call our office, okay? Or call the Cook County Treasurer's Office and see exactly where they have mailed your certificate of errors, okay? Because those are refunds. They can be reissued if they were lost. I can tell you that for sure, okay? Our office can tell you, in fact, when they actually certified. The county treasurer's office, because they mail the refunds, can actually tell you when they went out, when they were mailed, and to whom they were mailed to. Okay.
Okay, the next one, Sarah says, hi, when are the dates for new exemptions?
So we are still accepting applications for this year's for the exemptions, for all 8 of our exemptions. So normally it happens around like March of say 23. So, and then too, Sarah, what we did was we auto renewed many of our exemptions, so individuals didn't have to apply. Okay.
Okay, so Sarah also says she moved into her property on July 2nd, which is my birthday, by the way, and couldn't get in 2021 and couldn't
Okay.
get the homeowner tax exemption. The previous owner never applied for one for themselves since they were renting the home. Then a few months after living here, her mortgage went up by $800, and they said it was due to the property taxes.
Yes. So Sarah, that's so common. That is so common because oftentimes our realtor should tell us if there's a homeowner's on the property, okay, but they don't, and that's kind of sad because you will not qualify this year since you just moved in 2021 for the exemption, okay, so you will have to wait until the following year, not next year, but the following year in order to apply for the homeowner's exemption. Okay. You would not apply this year. Had the previous owner or the person that you purchased the house from have the exemption, then you would automatically qualify for the exemption. But because they didn't have it and it was a rental property, they didn't qualify. And I'm so sorry, but it does happen. What you can do to is I guess, you can't file for an exemption, of course, until not next year, but the following year, you're eligible for the exemption. Yeah. Sorry that happened to you. Well, it's common.
So she applies next year.
Well, she didn't move in until July. She wasn't in there January the 1st of 2021. To qualify for the homeowner's exemption, you must have been in the home as of January the 1st of 2021.
But she will for tax year 2022.
So next year, she will not be eligible. She'll be eligible. Next year is 2023. She'll be eligible in 2024 because she wasn't there in 21 January 1st. She's going to be in there. Yeah, you're right, Angelina.
Okay.
Yeah. You'll be eligible in 2023.
Next year.
Yes.
Yeah, you can apply next year because you will have been there January 1 of 2022.
Yes.
Okay, so next year. And I want to say I've helped you too, Miss Sarah, on Facebook. People have started to look very familiar to me. So I'm sort of scraping by into her property tax exemptions, any tips or help. You know what? The only tip I really have is Teresa and I had a workshop with an organization called Neighborhood Housing Services. And I was sort of blown away by everything that they taught us. Things that I didn't really know about either. And one thing that they mentioned is to really check your homeowner insurance. Remember he said that?
He did.
Yeah, and sometimes he said that you would be surprised, like if you're able to bundle or if you're able to get a lower rate or search on your own, sometimes it does bring down your mortgage.
It does. And I would definitely give them a call. Neighborhood Housing Services, they're phenomenal with helping taxpayers and homeowners with situations such as yours, Sarah.
Yeah, so NHS Chicago, they're a really good organization, wealth of information. I definitely, would recommend to reach out to them. Okay, let's see. The next question.
Sorry.
Oh, my computer is so slow.
It says something about
yeah, I see it and it won't show. Okay, I'll just read it. I'm a disabled veteran. I've submitted my 60% disability forms in March. How long does it take to reflect on my mortgage company?
So if you applied in March and your application was completed, your exemption will be on your second installment property tax bill. If you would like, what we need is information. If you want us to provide information to your mortgage company, you will have to give us a call, talk to one of our agents, live, of course, on the phone, and provide us with your mortgage information. Okay? There's a form, I believe, on our website as well, too, that you can submit. And then we could fill in the information, provided that you provide us the information to your mortgage company. And so you can submit that document to the mortgage company based on your exemption.
Yeah. You can drop us the pin here too or message us. I want to say you've sent us messages before too.
Yeah.
And we can check on you because your application would have been approved or denied by now if you turned it in March.
So it's 6:30 and
oh yeah, it's 6:30. Sorry. Teresa and I talk a lot. Get going.
We'll go all night, and help everyone. So
okay, here's the last one, just real quick. This one's easy. How long from when the certificate of errors is received until a refund is issued? That is, if you're approved for it, the refund usually takes about 6 to 8 weeks, and that comes from the treasurer's office. That was the easy one.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you guys have any more questions, you can continue to drop them in here, and we will answer them most likely tomorrow, but we will get to you. And thank you all, and have a good evening.
Thank you all for your time. We want to thank Commissioner Morrison for being here today, and Cook County Assessor Fritz Kagi, and give a round of applause for my director, Angelina Romero.
Thank you. Thank you, Teresa.
You're welcome, Angelina. Thanks for being here.
Good night.
Good night.